If you've been around the gun world or the quote-unquote gun industry for any amount of time, you know that one of the most heated debates that you can get into is AKs versus AR-15s. And today in this video, I'm gonna give you 5 reasons, my opinion of course, because we know it's worth so much, 5 reasons why I think the AR-15 is a better choice than an AK. Let's dive into it. Reason number 1 why I would choose an AR-15 like the one I have here over an AK or an AK variant is simply because they're easier to shoot. Whether you are a new shooter or a seasoned shooter, picking up an AR-15 makes a lot of sense. The way the fire control group is laid out, just looking at how the safety works, it's right by your thumb. Very easy. You don't have to train your body or your digits to use it. It's just right there. You know how to use it. The last round hold open or the bolt lock is right here. So when you're doing a reload and sliding the magazine in, your thumb is already right where it needs to be to send that bolt home. Dropping the magazine, the mag release is again, right where you need it to be. It's almost like Eugene Stoner was thinking ahead when he designed the AR-15. I digress. Overall, it is an easier platform to shoot, in my opinion, of course, versus an AK. Everything around it is easier to use. Reason number 2 why I would choose an AR-15 over an AK variant is it is a more refined platform. AKs to me, even variants like the Galil, just are very rough around the edges. And some people really love them for that reason. For me, it's kind of a negative against them. I really like how an AR-15 looks, how refined it is, the way everything attaches on the rifle, the way it just simply works. I prefer an AR-15 over an AK variant. So reason number 2 is because it is a more refined platform overall versus an AK variant. So reason number 3 why I would choose an AR-15 over an AK variant or an AK-47 is because the AR-15 is simply more adaptable. Everything from how you mount optics to slings, lights, and everything else that would go into an AR-15 is much, much easier for you to adapt to the different roles that you would like to play. A standard AK or even many AK variants are more difficult to get things like flashlights and slings and optics mounted to them. The Galil here that I'm showing you is a little bit of an exception because the dust cover is so solidly mounted. But in general, an AR-15, in my opinion, is more adaptable to different environments and different shooting styles. Reason number 4 is gonna trigger some people because it's been my experience. I know there's exceptions to every rule, but in general, all of the AR-15s that I have perform better in the accuracy department versus my AK variants. The one exception to that might be my AK-74 variant, my Galil that is chambered in 5.45 by 39. That's a pretty accurate gun, but in general, you're going to find that the AR-15 is a better design when it comes to the accuracy department. I know it's gonna trigger some people, and there's always the exception, the guy that has the crazy fancy AK that has milled receiver and some kind of match barrel. But in general, my AR-15s perform better in the accuracy department, so I'm giving that to the AR-15. Reason number 5, my real reason, would be that the AR-15 gives you better bang for your buck. And I mean that simply because it is more accurate, generally speaking. They're tending to be more easily adapted to different environments. It's easier for new shooters to get out and learn, and the layout of the weapon just makes more sense in my opinion. And for that reason, I believe my 5th reason is that it just makes more sense and it gives more bang for the buck for that reason, regardless of your skill level with the firearm. So at the end of the day, guys, that's just simply my opinion. I would personally choose an AR-15 over even, dare I say, my Galil in most situations. but it's just my opinion, so don't take it too personal. And at the end of the day, the awesome thing is we make steel targets for every single weapons platform, and every weapon has a place in our heart. So don't take it too seriously, but do swing on over to tatargets.com and check out the steel targets and the paper targets, the stands, and the accessories that we have over there. They're gonna help you train to become better prepared no matter which firearm you choose to defend your home, your family, your community. Guys, leave us a comment below, let us know what you think about this video, and let us know which one you would choose. Would you choose an AR-15? Or would you guys pick more of an AK or AK variant? We'd love to know, and we'd love to talk with you in the comment section. Like and subscribe before you leave. Guys, we appreciate you. We'll see you in the next one.